Hi, I'm Shannon from Indoor Shannon, and today we're going to be looking at the brand new Minerva kits. So let's get started. Minerva started recently putting together these sewing kits, which come from everything from the sewing pattern to the fabric, notions, and thread that you'll need to complete your project. I was sent this one for my review, but all of these opinions are going to be my own opinions and what I think of the kit. For my kit, I decided to go with the Tilly and the Buttons Billie, and I thought this would be a great, quick, simple make, something perfect for a light sweatshirt to wear around during the remaining winter months we have here and into spring. So the first thing that they sent me is the pattern. This is the Billie sweatshirt, which comes as a dress or a sweatshirt with two different sleeve styles. For my make, I'm going to be making the balloon sleeve sweatshirt top. The next thing that comes in the kit is the fabric, and you can usually choose from 2, 3, 4, 5 different looks depending on the style that you're going for. I chose this lovely mustard yellow color because I love everything mustard yellow. They send you plenty of fabric to be able to make either option. So I have enough in here to make the dress, or I can make the sweatshirt and then use the remaining for something else, which is kind of nice. And I believe you can specify when you're ordering the kits just how much fabric that you're going to need. It tells me on here that I have 2.8 meters of fabric. And let's take a closer look at this gorgeous fabric. So this is fleece backed. It is really soft on the back side, and then just a regular sweatshirt look on the front. It's not super stretchy, but it does have 4-way stretch. I think this will be perfect as my sweatshirt with balloon sleeves. So we all know that shopping online for fabric can be really difficult when it comes to matching your thread or buttons or specific things that are notions and trims, when you really need a good color match. So one of the things I love about these boxes is it comes with the thread and any notions you're going to need already included, and they're already picked to match and coordinate. So the next thing in my kit is this thread, and of course it's a great match with my fabric. The thread that is included is a 100-meter spool, and this is Gutermann thread, which happens to be my favorite thread, so I'm excited for that. The next thing that you'll get included, which I think is a great deal, is your own set of sewing machine needles that are perfect for your project. It should be a universal machine needle that should work in my FOF machine, but I'm going to go ahead and verify that before I use anything. But this is a stretch needle, and they give me a variety pack. So I have 3 different size needles that are included in there as well. So this is really nice because you often need to change your needle for a fresh new project. You can start with a nice clean one, and you have some extras in there. And I also have in there some clear elastic. This is perfect for stabilizing your shoulders so that your knit projects do not get misshapen and stretch out. The nice thing is this is listed that it also works well for swimwear. So if you have any extra, this might be a perfect little scrap buster for a small piece of clear elastic for other projects that you may need this for. And then the final thing that's included is your own little project planner. So this comes from Minerva with details on the back. On the back, you can write down any notes that you have about your pattern, your project description, the name of the pattern that you're sewing, a sketch of it if you like to do that. I personally can't draw to save my life, so I never do sketches, but it is on my bucket list of things I want to learn to do. You also have what size you made, the supplies that you need, the supplies that you already have, and you can attach a fabric swatch. So if you're somebody who likes to keep track of all your projects and likes to know any changes of your sizes that you want to make and you don't want to write it on your actual paper pattern, you can keep track of everything on this handy little sheet. It also tells you on the front about the Minerva website. If you haven't been to that yet, you'll want to check it out. It's a social media platform where makers from all over the world share their makes, whether it's Minerva fabrics or not. And it is a great wealth of inspiration and so many fun projects to look at and enjoy, connect with other makers, find other people that you want to follow, and just enjoy the beautiful makes in the sewing community. And there you have it. Now all you need to do is get sewing on your own machine, using your own iron and all those other things, but of course Minerva sent you everything else that you need. So it's time to pre-wash my fabric, and then I'll get started on the project. Okay, so now I want to find my pattern size. I am going to trace mine off just so that I maintain my pattern in case size fluctuates or changes over time. Okay, then I'm going to take my medical exam paper. I'm going to line it up. If I place my flat edge against this fold line, it's one less cut to make when I'm done tracing off the pattern. And make sure you're labeling your pattern piece. Do the rest. If any pattern pieces or paper pieces are too small to trace, just tape on another sheet of tracing paper. And the most important thing, read those instructions through. Now it's time to use that clear elastic that was provided for you. You'll be attaching it to the back shoulder seam of the Tilly and the Buttons pattern, and you'll want to make sure that you place it just slightly below the 5/8 inch seam allowance. Attach this with a wide zigzag stitch to hold it, and then go ahead and sew your front and back together at the shoulders, making sure that that elastic is encased and your first line of stitching is no longer showing. Now it's time to add the sleeves that you chose. For mine, I'm going to attach that puff sleeve. So I'm going to lay my sweatshirt out flat, then put my sleeve down, match the two sides, pull up all those gathering stitches so that they meet nicely. Using a long basting stitch, I'm going to attach my sleeve, double check it, make sure my gathers are all looking nice and neat the way that I want them to. And I like to check this from the right side as well. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go back over it with my final stitches and then serge the edge. Then I'm going to realize all that hard work was a lot of wasted time because I do not love the puff sleeve in this top. So learn a lesson from me. Don't get too far along before you try it on, and make sure that you actually like it. Here you can see I decided to pull off that sleeve and go with the regular 3/4 sleeve instead, and I am much happier. Here's some other things that I really enjoy about these kits. One of the nice things about these sewing kit options are it gives you a variety of levels to pick from. You can pick everything from a beginning pattern like I did here to a more advanced sewing pattern such as jean making. And sometimes those advanced projects can be a little bit more intimidating. You have to pick out, your zippers, and you need the right rivets for the jeans and all the different notions that come with it. And they've taken all that guesswork out for you, and they've packaged it all into a nice kit that you can just purchase and then get sewing, and you don't have to worry about, oh my goodness, I forgot to pick up XYZ at the store. So I really love it because I personally don't live super close to any major craft stores near me. So when I forget something, it can actually be quite a headache. If I have to run to the store to get elastic, it's going to be, 30 minutes one direction to get to a store that actually has decent elastic options for me, especially if I need something like swimwear elastic. So having this all included in the kit is a big deal for somebody like me who doesn't live super close to all those options. I also like that they're sending you the actual paper pattern. While I love PDF patterns and I actually use a projector for a lot of those sewing patterns, I think it's also nice to be able to have the paper pattern in hand. It's easier to trace it off, make any pattern adjustments that you need it, but while maintaining all the different sizes, so that over the years, as your size may fluctuate or you want to make a gift for somebody else using the same pattern, you'll always have those pieces. Overall, I really loved sewing up this top, and I really loved being able to try out one of these Minerva kits. Please check it out on their website, and if you decide to get one, let me know what you think, but I think these are a fabulous option available to us.